Is that better?
Now there's nobody on.
I know, they all left. Got better things to do and wait for us.
There's 0 watching.
Well.
Somebody's back on.
Farm alarm.
Farm alarm found us. All right. Let's see if this works. Sorry, we were hooked up to our computer, and I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Hey, Keto, what's going on? Whew. All right. Hi, Richard. How are you? Man, that was nerve-wracking. We were late getting in anyways. We're doing it outside tonight. First time we've ever tried that. How's the sound? Is everybody hear us well? Uh-oh. No, they're on there.
Well.
Oh, your wrench went bye-bye. Sorry, man. I didn't know whether you'd be on or not.
We better not chance trying to fix it now. Who knows what'll happen.
I can fix it.
How you guys doing? It's so muggy here.
It's very muggy here.
It's like hard to breathe muggy.
And we decided to do this outside. So,
yeah.
But then you guys
better
can
view,
least,
and you can have the ambiance.
Yeah, you can hear the sounds of nature around us, like birds. They're being really noisy. Yeah. Hey, our cabin in the woods.
So what's the weather at, or like where you guys are at? We've had a lot of rain. Wow, we've had a lot of rain.
Yeah.
How much did we get, you think? 5?
Yeah, about
here?
a little over 6 inches here. And then there's places not far from us that got over 11.
Hi, Stormy. 80s, yeah, it's hot.
Yeah. Every time I've come outside today, I've walked back in and I've been drenched. So it's definitely.
It's that global warming.
It's snowing.
Making it
I mean, just right up the road,
yeah.
like 60 miles from us. High 90s. That's gonna be fun. But
are you guys getting anything out of your gardens yet? We got a couple of cucumbers and zucchini and garlic. Anything else? Carrot. Oh, some little carrots and peppers.
Yeah.
Not very much so yet.
Our tomatoes, I don't know if we're gonna get any tomatoes. Our tomatoes are still really, really short, and they're coming on blooms on them, but they're tiny. I mean,
yeah.
So kind of a rough year for that.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Chris. Hopefully you're not driving still.
What is 2 degrees Celsius? What is that in Fahrenheit?
He's in
Australia?
No.
That's a terrible Australia.
Not Australia. He's in New Zealand.
Same thing, right?
No, totally different.
Is that what they call Kiwis? Are you a Kiwi, Richard?
No, that's not.
I think it's the same. I think that's what they call people from New Zealand.
She's attempting to be funny.
I
don't
saw
think
it on Austin Land, so it must be true.
What is Austin Land?
It's that movie with Kerry Russell about like Jane Austen Land. Hopefully it's not a bad word for New Zealanders, because I don't mean to call you that.
At Farm Alarm, you enjoyed our husband and wife trivia video?
I did too. I thought that was really fun.
We had a lot of fun actually doing that. So
yeah,
we did that all. I mean, we did that all in one take. So it was kind of, some of it was pretty candid actually.
Sea kiwis. That's right.
Oh, well, cool.
It's also a bird. I know that.
I didn't know that. Yep. You learn something new every day. Oh, it is hot. This was a great idea, Jess.
It's nice. It's a change of scenery.
It is. Yeah. So you had an interesting. So that if you're waiting around for the giveaway,
Lauren.
We are going to do that at 7:30. So we're gonna announce that at 7:30. Um, I've
For
got
the
Toddler
toddler
lids.
giveaway.
So I'll give everybody till 7:30 to go comment on that video, and then I'm gonna at 7:30 sharp. I'm gonna hit the button, and it's gonna pull a winner from the comment section of our video. So if you're interested in winning those, you can still get in. Go do that, and then we'll see. So sorry we lost the. Hey Tammy, how are you? Deer out back again, huh? Ugh.
We haven't seen any deer lately, but something's been getting our ducks.
Yeah, we lost 3 ducks this week. Well,
We found part of one, and then we realized that 2 other ones are missing. So I don't know if that happened all in the same night or if we just haven't really been paying attention and they've been gone for a while.
Well, June and
I don't
July
know.
have been incredibly busy for us.
Yeah.
It's been crazy busy for us. So we've been on farm, off farm, running around, doing everything we possibly can, and it's been crazy busy.
Yeah, and the sad thing was that the one that the kids found today when they went out was Charlotte's duck. And so she was kind of upset about it, understandably.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit hard.
For sure. Sorry guys, I'm trying to set up so it can just go right to the
Okay, I'm gonna go and see if we can get any more questions.
technology sometimes is not our friend at all.
It's really never my friend.
Yeah, Jesse definitely struggles with technology a little more than I do, but I'm still not great at it.
Farm Alarm says, I can't get over the no hat. It's like a radio DJ. You never know what they look like. I never knew you had all that hair under that hat. You have a lot of hair.
I have to.
Silver fox.
Can't wear a hat at work. I can, but I only can wear a certain kind of hat, and so I don't wear hats very often, and except for when I'm at home. Pretty much the minute I get home, I put on a hat, and because I've always worn hats up until the job I have now for about the last 10 years. So now I wear hats on Fridays. That's when I get to wear hats to work. But I can't wear personal hats. I have to wear company provided hats, I guess. That's the right way to put it.
Legend, Albany, and Rio. Hey guys. Our Cabin in the Woods, thanks for coming in. Hope you guys have fun at your party.
Yeah, we picked this weekend and we didn't think about it, but there's probably a lot of people actually finishing up 4th of July stuff. Looks like we ended up finishing up 4th of July stuff last night because literally it rained so hard. We had an interesting ride home.
Where we were was at his brother's house. And we didn't think we'd be able to get over the culvert to get to the road. And then we were driving down the road, and then the next day, or yesterday, there was like this huge sinkhole on the road that we were on. And we drove over that spot the night before, which I will have you know, if you watched our video, my #1 fear is sinkholes, so totally not unfounded.
But I can't tell you that it was for sure a sinkhole. It literally washed out a county highway. Literally.
It was like
took a trench completely out of it. So I don't know. It could have been a sinkhole.
The news station called it a sinkhole.
Oh, maybe it was, but the news, they're not always correct.
Well, I know.
But
Jimmy, yeah, all my lettuce is gone. Radishes are gone. Which is okay. I think I'm going to plant something else there.
I just got bit by a horsefly. That's what you guys just saw. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, we're going to start getting into some succession planting soon, hopefully.
Yeah, we just looked at our garden and realized we don't have any okra planted, which is a total bummer because I love okra. And somehow we had okra started, actually. We started okra, and then we never, somehow it didn't make it to the garden, or it got, when our garden flooded, maybe it got washed out. We're not sure, because we're still finding stuff in our garden that's like, how did it get here? That we either planted as seeds or we direct sowed, or sometimes even our starts got washed. So
Yeah, just a bummer. But the raised bed does help a little bit, I think.
yeah, it does.
What we can tell.
we got 5 inches the other night, and then the next day we got about 2 inches. Yeah, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, I guess.
Some bug spray or something.
No, I don't know what it is. It's fine.
But it is helping.
Yeah.
We need to put in that other one.
So Canada is Celsius too, huh, Tammy? You guys got to get with the program. You're in North America. I mean, go to Fahrenheit.
They're French.
I think most of the world, except for the United States, is Celsius. 88% humidity. Yeah, see, that's what makes I think that's what makes it super just
unbearable.
Not unbearable, but just kind of nasty is the humidity.
Yeah,
Because if the humidity wasn't bad today, it was only 84 here, 85. It wasn't super warm. It might have got up to 86, but it's just literally everywhere you go, you're wet. You know, at least I am.
Yeah.
So.
It just makes you not want to be outside.
Yeah.
Or go swimming or something. See what else has been going on.
What have you been up to?
We put up corn. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of corn.
It was a lot of corn. And we had some this week. It was really good.
It was really good. Which someone commented that you can blanch corn on the cob, roll it in foil, and put it in the freezer. And then when you want to use it, take it out of the freezer and put it directly into boiling water. And it tastes like you just got it.
Right off the cob, huh?
Yeah. So we might try some of that too.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
South Korea, wow. Hi, Mike and Esther.
You convert to Fahrenheit. Yeah, I'd have to do the same thing because there's a few things that through work is some of what I do is they convert things to Celsius, and we have to do things at a certain temperature, and some of the manuals still call out Celsius, and so I always have to figure that out, and I always have to double check because I've had a few instances where someone read Celsius and forgot and didn't realize that our machines are set up for Fahrenheit, so on the Fahrenheit scale.
So your grandma freezes corn. Does she freeze it on the cob or does she cut it off? I think corn's one of my favorite things to eat in the garden. I wish we could have some success in growing corn. We haven't so far.
We didn't try this year though.
Well, I've got some actually planted over with the pumpkins.
Do you?
So we'll see. We appreciate you guys coming in.
Yeah.
Is it Diane Farms? Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. But we appreciate you guys joining us. Look at that kid. We have a kitten over here stalking a chicken that's out. It's so funny. Because that kitten's like half the size of that chicken.
I was going to say, I don't think that's going to end well for the kitten.
But it's funny to watch him.
Yeah.
How do we keep the kids quiet?
Bribery.
They're inside right now. But usually the last few times we've let them go in their room and play Minecraft, but they have to take turns. We don't let them we don't have any like computers we have this computer, but we don't have video games or anything. Minecraft is the only thing that we have, so every once in a while we let them play it.
Yeah, and they're pretty good at preoccupying themselves.
Oh, they read all the time.
Yeah.
Lots
so
and lots of books.
We just put one of the older ones in charge of watching the younger ones, and they do pretty good.
They're really good at playing games and yeah, just reading and making up things to play.
Hey, Pete's Little Homestead.
That's awesome. They have their alarm set. Exactly. We'll come find you guys. Just hide. Just be real quiet.
I wish we could get away with that sometimes, but I don't think that would work because it's it's the littles that we go whenever me and Jesse go to, just like we'll take a walk or something like that, and they'll tell the other kids, hey, just stay inside, or you guys stay in the yard or something like that, just so we can get a free minute. Sometimes when we need that free minute just to talk like adults and not be interrupted. It's always the littles who are the first ones to sneak back in. When I say the littles, I'm talking about the two little boys. They
And
like
mostly
to,
Bo. He always
yeah,
finds the snacks or the food.
yeah. They'll sneak up and find us normally.
Yeah. He got into something yesterday or the other day. What did he got into? I don't know, but it was really funny.
I read
Hardy Boys. We love the Hardy Boys.
I read the Hardy Boys. I didn't read a lot of Nancy Drew, but I read the Hardy Boys a lot when I was younger.
We've read probably almost all the Boxcar Children. We like that series. That's kind of like younger Hardy Boys series.
Yeah. And it's like a family. It's
yeah.
brothers and sisters.
But we do like the Hardy Boys a lot. I don't think I've ever read Nancy Drew to them, but I've read some Hardy Boys.
Yeah. Now you can hear cats meowing at us, acting like they're hungry. Now there's 3 of them over there trying to corner that. There's two of the kittens are trying to corner this chicken.
Bobbsey Twins. We've never read those. I remember I think my sister used to like to read those. How's the greenhouse?
It's got a lot of weeds growing in it right now.
Full of our dashed hopes and dreams right now.
Yeah, we've been so focused on a lot of other things. We were talking about this week. We really feel like we failed at the garden part of our homestead this year. Like we would be going hungry this winter when it comes to, we wouldn't be going hungry, but we would not have a lot of greens.
We underestimated our garden needs.
Well, not only underestimated, but we just didn't plan like we should have. Like we both agreed, hey, we're both going to be involved this year, because last year I just kind of took a back seat. And this year I just never got involved. And then when I did get involved, it was kind of almost too late. And then Jesse was kind of like, hey, are we going to do this? And so.
And I feel like when I'm starting seeds, I'm like, wow, this is so many seeds. I don't know where we're ever going to find the room for all these. And then, but like most of our tomatoes died and our peppers and
our peppers didn't even germinate.
I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. Like the tomatoes started and they got like 1/4 of an inch tall and they all died. Or yeah, a lot of the stuff didn't germinate, and now it's like we don't have enough.
It sounds like excuses, but I mean, really, it's not excuses. It's just us not
realities of
us not being as prepared as we probably should have been this year for the garden, and not really following through with some of the plans we had on it. It's just hard to. It's hard to manage everything we have going on and not let some things fall off. And I feel like the garden probably fell off a little bit for us this year.
A little bit. But we've got so much coming up. I mean, all of our squash is coming up, and there's little watermelons out there. It's really exciting.
I mean, our garden's going good, but as far as greenhouse, we definitely have a plan on using that a lot in the fall. I still need to do a little bit of work to it. I need to get a fan installed, Tracy. I need to get a heat source installed somehow, which I have a small little wood burning stove that I might try to put in there. So you're right about, you can plant. The good thing about a greenhouse is you can plant now, or you can plant next month or the next month. Exactly. So.
Yeah, and we'll get a head start next year on all of our stuff, because you were working on it
Yeah,
when
we were
should
really
have been starting stuff
right.
earlier this winter, so earlier this spring.
And it was, I mean, it's right now, it's just, no, there's no heat source, there's no way to really cool it real well. So once I have that all worked out and the system's a little worked out, I think it will be a lot more useful for us. And I really, after going and visiting the Neils, I really would like to go bigger. You know, I built it small on purpose, but I think we could definitely utilize something bigger um, for what we
Oh yeah.
would like to do eventually.
Yeah. Eventually we'll maybe, I mean, it'll just keep getting bigger, I think, the garden will.
But Jesse talked about it too. We really need to learn. We need to learn how to eat differently than we do now, because we're a red meat family for sure, and then we, you know, chickens added in there as well with pork. But we're really, we're just kind of meat and potatoes kind of people, and so we need to learn to eat more greens, more vegetables. I mean, I love vegetables in the summer, but like in the winter, I can't. I don't care for vegetables at all. Like if it's store bought, you know, even if it's supposedly fresh, I don't prefer it. Now, if she cans it, I'll eat it because I think it tastes a little better. But yeah, if it's just out of a canned corn, canned green beans, it doesn't appeal to me.
Roxanne, have you ever thought about getting one of those little greenhouses, like the little portable ones you can put on your porch, and they just have, it's like clear, like the zip up ones, and it has little shelves that you can put stuff in? Maybe, I mean, that one you wouldn't have to stake it in or tie it down or anything. You could just have it there on your porch. We talked about getting dairy goats, eventually keto. Maybe.
Yeah, I think next year we will definitely. Um, well, I'll just go ahead and share this. I think pigs are going to be. We really like them. I can't hide the fact they have been amazing to raise. And now we're just doing two, but I mean they're awesome. I mean,
They're like puppies with bacon inside them.
yeah. I mean they're
They're fun to watch.
they're fun to watch.
They're friendly.
They're easy to deal with.
And they'll taste good.
And they will taste good, yeah. And you know, I'm a little worried about, like, one of the big things that I'm worried about right now is feed, because feed's getting ready to go way up with all the flooding and everything like that. We're gonna see that for the rest of this year. You know, I don't know how bad it'll be, but you know, that's gonna be a determining factor on cows or goats or anything like that. I mean, not that they eat a lot of corn, but you know, so
Yeah.
bacon puppies, yeah. Bacon puppies are good.
And yes, Keto, we did just have a baby. She's gonna be 5 months old. I can't believe it.
5 months. Time flies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tends to happen sometimes.
Yeah, maybe some places no restrictions. That's the best, because that's what we looked for and we got it, and we're very blessed on that.
Yeah, we looked for a long time, and we would have liked to have probably stayed a little closer to family, because we're the furthest. Really, in both families, we're the furthest away from everybody for the most part. The local family, at least.
Yeah, and yeah.
So we would have liked to have stayed closer, but like I said, there was a lot of restrictions and a lot of other factors. So, and this is where we ended up, and it is great.
A goat named Popcorn. So did they milk her? Did they ever milk her? Or did she just become like a pet goat?
Charlie's Angels and Chickens and such. What kind of goat did you have?
And I really meant to thank you guys in the video for you sending us that video to congratulate us on our anniversary. I just got busy and forgot. So I'm really sorry, guys. But we really appreciate it. That was really, really kind of you to send that to us.
Very kind.
Hi, Samuel. Oh, they started zoning you after that long? Zoning's no fun. Yeah, grow lights would help. I'm trying to think of what else. If you have a window in your bathroom, you could set it in there with the humidity and stuff. That helps sometimes on a really small scale. Gosh, there's flies everywhere. Yeah.
I can hear a dove.
Yeah.
All right, we're at 7:31.
7:31. Oh, it's time.
It's time for the giveaway. Sorry, I was asleep at the wheel there.
And I also have an instruction sheet, so if you've never used these, you'll know how to.
So what we're gonna ask everybody to do, if you are chosen and you're a winner, just shoot us an email with your info and address and stuff, and we will get these sent out to you here in the next week or so. So we're gonna go just like that. So drum roll, please. We're gonna pick a winner right here.
Carrie Ann Guerrero. You're
Awesome.
the winner.
You're the winner.
Congratulations. You're going to love them.
Yeah. So, cool.
So thanks everyone for commenting and entering.
Yep.
And watching that video.
Carrie Ann, we will we'll give you a couple days if you're not on the live and you're to respond, and if you don't respond in a couple days, probably 48 hours. Yeah, 48 hours. Fair enough. We'll draw another winner, and then we'll announce that on another video if Carrie Ann's not able to get back with us. So, all right, cool. I was just about to do a sign off, and we're only 30 minutes into it. Look at all those flies.
We hope to do that every once in a while, have something that we like or we use to be able to give away to one of you guys.
Yeah, I think that's that's cool. I mean, yes, thank you, Keto, for the putting our email out there. That's great. That's awesome. Appreciate that.
So should I share my funny?
Yeah, I think you should.
Story? You've never heard it. No,
This
it's
is awesome.
a large water.
She likes ice water from Sonic.
Because I'm not drinking pop anymore, so there you go.
Which is good. Good for you.
Oh, answer that one and then I'll tell my story. How's your tractor doing?
Oh, it's doing great. It still needs a lot of work. I plan on probably working on it a lot in the fall. You know, I need to replace the seats. I need to redo the PTO shaft on it. It needs a new seal. You know, and I need to install a ignition. It's all just parts that I haven't even begun to order, just because I've been working on other projects. But it's gotten me through the summer so far. I'm getting ready to probably brush hog the lower part of our property as soon as it dries out. I had about a good 3 weeks there where it dried out enough to where I could get the tractor down there, and I just didn't get it done because I need to weld the bracket on my brush hog. It's already cracked, so I've got to fix that up. As soon as I get that done, I'm planning on going down there and brush hogging because I got little trees coming up all over the place. But it runs good. Every time I've used it, it's been very, very nice.
Do you know what my favorite part about the tractor is?
What's that?
Is every time you run it and then it goes boom at the end.
It's got a nice backfire at the end of it. Yeah.
I like that. It's fun. Okay, so my funny canning story. So I've been canning for quite a few years now. And I had to teach myself everything, and just from books and videos and stuff. But
YouTube.
So I pressure can and I water bath can. But one of the very first times I ever canned something was in our old house, and I was pressure canning something, and for some reason I was really, really impatient about it's cooling off at the end because you have to turn off the burner and let it just cool down naturally, and it takes a long time. I don't know why I was so impatient, or maybe I was just curious about what would happen, but there's this little tiny black seal on it.
Relief valve?
Yeah, and it's a rubber thing, and you are not supposed to touch that thing no matter what. And I took a knife and I popped that thing off, and no kidding, water, and it rained on our ceiling.
So
it rained from our kitchen ceiling for like an hour and a half, and you were at work. And I was like, kids, don't come in the kitchen, and I barred off the door, and I wouldn't let anyone come in. And so that's what happens when you pry off one of those things, so don't ever do it.
And now I know why.
And
now I know why I had to replace the ceiling in the kitchen.
No, that's not true. But we didn't eat those, whatever it was that I was canning, because I knew it wasn't safe. But then my curiosity was quelled then. So don't do that.
When you're wondering the same thing.
I'm wondering if they'll come and peek in on us. Yep.
They might.
There's actually stairs right there.
Anybody want to take a guess on who it will be?
I'd say Caden. Or Judah.
Caden won't get caught if he's the one. Oh, look.
What?
They're the woodpeckers there.
Huh.
We have a woodpecker that is nesting in our tree, our big tree out in our front yard, and there's a mom and a dad that are flying that come in and out of it, and
they just made that hole in the tree.
Yeah, because that hole, they just did it this year. Yep, there goes the mom right there, and the dad is still on the tree. So they have babies.
We also have swallows in our barn that have babies.
Yep.
It's the season for babies.
Yes, it is. 'Tis the season. Yeah, Tammy, I'd say you're probably right. Jep is definitely the one he'll come and join in. And he was telling me today, we were talking about getting ready for the live stream and everything. He told me, Dad, I did a live stream last week. I don't know if you saw it. And I'm like, I saw it.
So in that corn, when we were making corn, he wanted to do a live, and so I set up the camera and just let it roll. And oh my gosh, there was so much that sometime we should make like an outtakes video, because he is so funny. And there was so much stuff that I cut out of that one.
What's funny though is if you ever meet him in real life, he's not that outgoing. I mean, he's really shy.
No,
at least at first, he's really shy. So yeah.
The woodpeckers, yeah. We have them all over here. They're really fun to watch.
Should we tell the woodpecker story about Theo and?
Oh, sure.
So
I mean, I wasn't there. You can tell it.
No, I wasn't there either. But my dad told me this story. Jep, our youngest, has a cousin.
He's not our youngest.
Not our youngest. Our 4-year-old. Sorry. Jep and his cousin were playing together, and they saw a woodpecker. And so whenever they see an animal that they like they saw a peacock one time, and they were both peacocks for the rest of the day. They were flying around and everything. And so Theo, his cousin, says, I'm the daddy woodpecker. And Jep says, no, I'm the daddy woodpecker. So there was an argument back and forth. And then finally, Theo says, no, Jep, you're the little pecker. And my dad just got a big kick out of that, just because it was just so, like, totally innocent, totally had no idea, like, you're the little pecker, not the, he's talking woodpecker, but he didn't put wood on the front of it. And
I didn't know that story.
Oh, well, you told me to tell it, sorry.
Well, I thought it was just the cute one of them being woodpeckers together.
So.
Kids are funny.
Kids are. They're innocent. They don't think about things.
Yeah.
Hi, Amanda.
Jinxie's over there.
You owe me a Coke. You don't drink Coke. So that's about as PG as we'll get on this. Sorry if it was too bad for anybody.
It's a family show.
Yeah, it's a family show. Kids say the darndest things.
Kids are the best. That's why we have so many.
Is that why we have so many? Because they're the best?
It's one of the reasons.
Okay. I always wondered about that.
I like them.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
It is.
They're a lot of fun.
That's a good one.
There's a lot of those.
It's really warm.
Jesse's hot.
There's just no breeze. That's the thing.
Yeah, it is pretty still, but that's good though, because then they're not hearing a bunch of.
How old are our kids? 13, 11, 9, 6, 4,
7.
7, 4, 2, and 5 months. And only 2 girls in that mix. I probably need cheerleading. The OITC mission. What's OITC?
Don't know.
Mm-mm.
Same age as your grandkids. That's fun. It's a good mix. I mean,
Have we ever been camping with an infant? Yes, and it's the worst. No, it's not. I shouldn't say that. But it's hard. For me anyway.
Jesse's
With
not
a baby.
much of a camper.
I
Anyways,
like
and
the idea of camping.
honestly, I'm not much of a camper.
But see, I like camping and like cooking out on the fire, but he doesn't like to do that.
I don't.
Tennessee and Cherokee. I didn't know you had more. I've only ever seen the 3 in the videos. Charlie's Angels.
Thanks for not giving me hope.
German sausage is the worst. You're so funny. I think we have a similar sense of humor.
German sausage is the worst.
Somebody's out.
Somebody's coming.
I bet it's Bo or Jeff. Yes, I would say that is true, Keto.
We did quite a bit of camping when we were younger and we didn't have as many kids. But now we do a lot more. If we take a trip, a lot of times we do take, occasionally we'll take family trips.
With his family.
With my family, a lot of times.
Usually get a house or something.
Yeah, normally they rent a house or we rent a
cabin
or something that
which is a ton of fun.
sleeps 50 people, but yeah.
Because yeah, there's like almost 50 people when we go. I would say if everybody goes.
26 weeks pregnant. When's the latest you've been camping pregnant?
I don't even remember. It's been a long time.
You
since
went
we've
one
been
time, I
camping.
think, when you were like 6 months, so I don't know how long that was.
Aw, baby boy. Sapphira and Luke Skywalker.
Who?
Roxanne.
That's awesome. That's a great name.
Yes, we had a really good 4th until it started raining. We went out to his brother's and just set off. We didn't even really get to the big stuff. Just let the kids do theirs and had a lot of food and stuff, and then it started raining. But then we did most of our stuff here yesterday.
Yeah, and that was one of the things I will say was incredibly. That's the first time we've ever been out in this area that we've lived here. We've lived here for 2 years, and had to go so. The area that we're originally from, where we moved from, that we lived for the first 13 years we were married. That was, I mean, basically my backyard. So I'd lived in that town since I was 9, and before that I'd lived just 2 miles or probably 6 miles down the road from that town in another town. So it had been my hometown all my life, and so I knew everywhere that flooded. I knew where you couldn't go and couldn't. Well, this time, this rain hit, and it was crazy. And
Well, Tammy, thanks for watching ours.
Yeah, basically, it rained out of that 7 inches we got in the 12 hours. 5 of that came in like 2.5 hours. So it was
crazy.
It was really crazy, And it was a pretty hairy ride home because we just stayed on the highway, be a 2-lane county highway, because we didn't really know. We didn't know what back roads were going to be flooded or anything
Yeah.
like that. And
it was pretty scary
Yeah.
driving home in the
was-
dark rainstorm.
it was interesting. So watch for flash flooding. It's real because it happened.
Somebody said, let's see, who got hurt? Oh, Amanda. Yeah, Judah got burnt by a sparkler a couple of years ago, and he still has a scar. It's like right here. By a punk. He was
Yeah, he
turning
got
around,
hit
and
by-
someone had a
somebody
punk that was lit, and it like stuck to him before he could get to me, and he still has a scar.
Ooh, landed on her jacket. Yeah, that's not good.
Oh. I hope she's all right now.
Yeah.
Tammy does have the best hugs.
For sure.
Hugs. We always like reading her comments. Well, that's just not safe, Patty.
Not gonna say it. I haven't partaken in that before. Yeah, that's scary because that's one of the hardest things to deal with is a burn because it just doesn't quit.
Yeah.
You know, it just
Yep.
for a kid, I think. Because Judah definitely felt that for a while.
Oh, yeah.
So Jeff got burnt, or Bo got burnt the other day.
Yeah, he was. Charlotte was taking cookies out of the oven, and he reached in to get one and burnt his arm right here.
Lesson learned, hopefully.
Well, probably not. He's only 2, and he's one of ours, so probably not.
Are you saying our kids are stubborn?
Maybe.
Who do they get that from?
Not me.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible at the moment, but now he just walks around and shows everybody his burn. He's
Yeah, he's pretty proud of it, I think.
Yeah. He's a pretty tough kid.
What else do we
Pretty
got
tough
going
kid.
on? We still got some meat birds to do, but they're getting pretty big.
Yeah, we did
We need to get them done.
We did 30 of those last weekend, or 33 of them actually last weekend. We've already eaten a couple of those, and they were really good. They turned out really good. We're gonna do the other 23 or so here in the next couple weeks. We have turkeys. We have more turkeys coming.
Yes.
To make up for some of our losses there. And we're getting ready to start a new chicken project here in the next 2-3 weeks. So we're gonna start doing some.
We don't have an Instant Pot, just a crock pot. I've heard though that those Instant Pots are pretty popular.
Jesse's scared of Instapot.
I heard of one blowing up one time. Plus I have a crock pot. So, I mean, really, I've got all the time in the world. What else do I have to do besides cook?
I think
long
I'm gonna
meals.
buy you an Instapot. I really am.
Yeah. We didn't have an HOA at our old place, but we still couldn't have
We had a
chickens.
city ordinance.
It was not my favorite. We tried to get it changed, but
That didn't work.
no, that didn't work. Yeah, we tried pretty hard to get it changed, but they didn't want any part of that. It probably did. No,
Guarantee it blew up.
totally something different.
You're not supposed to put like hairspray in a Instapot. Yes, it'll blow up if you put like something
Why
like
would you
that.
put hairspray?
I don't know, but
in
that's
the-
probably how it blew up.
No, it was a legit like cooking thing, but I don't know what happened.
So the city allows 5 chickens, but your HOA won't?
Oh, yeah, that is silly.
Hey, if you're within your rights in the city, I'd be like,
Well,
sorry, HOA.
I think HOA kind of has like eminent domain there. Thanks, Keto.
I struggle with anything restricting freedoms. That's one of the reasons why we live where we live.
Yeah. Makes them a little cranky.
I don't appreciate that at all. For sure. But some people, that works out really well for them living in an HOA, and that's why we live in the greatest country in the world. So.
I hear them. They're getting closer.
Yep, I heard one too. They'll create sinkholes. Sinkholes. Yes.
That's my brother.
Yeah, I know.
Hi, Danny. I know, exactly. Sinkholes are something to be feared.
Why? Can't you just climb right out of a sinkhole?
Not if it's big enough.
Amanda, you're in California. Are you dealing with any of, I think you're in California. Are you dealing any of those earthquakes that they've been having out there?
Oh
Have you been feeling any of those?
I watched some of those videos. That's so scary. Amanda, I don't remember what it is right now. There's a chicken right here on this table.
Come on up. Come on up.
Gosh. I should do a video on that. I'll do a video on that. Let you know. It's a bunch of different oils in it and stuff, so I'll let you know. I know. Time travel too. We used to watch this show. My brother and I joke about it, called Land of the Lost. And the family falls in a sinkhole.
Oh, she's coming up.
There's a chicken
Come
right
here.
here.
Come here.
There is a sinkhole. The family goes in and goes down to where the dinosaurs are or something. I used to love that show, but now I'm terrified of sinkholes. Should I get her and try to move over here?
No, if you try to grab her, she's gonna go the other way.
Should give her some water.
She could be thirsty.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, we're having a chicken join us on our live stream. A first for us here at ArrowRidge.
We'll see if she wants a drink. Here, I'll try to go get her some food. I'll be right back.
Jesse's trying to bribe her.
I mean, has anybody ever had a live stream with a chicken?
I don't know. Why are you feeding it dog food?
They love the dog food, and I don't want to walk all the way to the barn
Disgusting.
to get the chicken food. All right, we'll see if she comes over. I think she's gonna go off though. I know. Yes, exactly. Charlie's Angels. That's terrible.
There she is.
I think we need to turn the camera and we could see her.
They can probably hear her.
They get in, and when they get out of the pen, they come up to the house and try to eat the dog food. Or the cat food.
I don't think the dog food is a hit.
Probably not. She's been out in the garden all day.
Yeah.
Try to take a picture.
Yeah.
It's Judah.
Danny, it was Judah.
Yeah.
Was that who it was?
Yeah. Exactly.
So whoever guessed Judah, you were right.
And our garden's doing all right. We were talking about how we're kind of wishing we had planted more, but we've been getting a lot of cucumbers, and squash and stuff is ready, or coming on. So our tomatoes aren't doing that good.
Yeah. Now who's knocking?
Him. Judah, what are you doing? Just coming out. You want to come say hi?
Judah's gonna come say hi.
Come here.
Bo's probably trying to eat something or do something.
Look, see up there? That's what everybody can see.
Is that us?
This is delayed, but they can see up there. So if you wave hi, they might say hi to you. We did potatoes. I'm really glad that we decided to do that. And they're coming on pretty good right now.
Oh.
The leaves are getting big.
We had a hornworm this morning we
Oh,
found
they say
on
hi, Judah.
our tomatoes. And we think
That thing
he
was a monster.
might have been eating on our potatoes first, because we noticed something eating on our potatoes and we couldn't find it. And then this morning we came out and we're checking our tomatoes, and we found a big old hornworm on there. Might be on a video.
He sees himself in the delay on the screen and he keeps waving to himself.
And
it keeps doing it, doesn't it?
Tammy said hi.
What are you guys doing in there?
Playing.
Something got into our onions and there was like 6 or 7 of them just pulled up, and it wasn't the kids. I know it wasn't.
It's probably that chicken right there.
It could have been, but they were just like pulled up and laid down on the side. All right, stop. I think we're gonna get dizzy watching you.
Yeah.
All right, you better go back.
Nope.
Go check on Georgia.
What?
Yeah, go check on Georgia.
Ethan's ready, or he's doing help.
No, go on.
Charlie's Angels and Chickens and such, we homeschool all of our children, and same
Go on.
thing, all of our children
Stop.
have never been to a brick and mortar school.
Yeah. That's what I read, a black light at night.
I wonder if we have a black light somewhere. Judah, go inside please, bud. Thank you.
These are gladiolas behind us. And there's pink ones and purple ones and white ones that you can't see. I love those things. I've never had them before. And just on a whim, I bought a bunch of bulbs like at Walmart. And planted them all over, and they're all coming up and they're gorgeous. No, Amanda, I don't. People say that, and I mean, gosh, no. I have no patience at all. But I think as much patience as I don't have, I have that much, like, determination and just a willingness not to let other people's ideals and stuff influence our kids in a way that I don't want that to happen. Does that make sense? Patience doesn't really factor in. Like, I just want to do it, and so I'm going to do it.
Yeah, determination I think is key, because you're always going to lose your patience with your kids. I think that's something we're I feel like we're pretty real about. We're not. That's not one of me and her strong shoots is patience. But
God is good.
Yeah.
And there's grace.
That's true.
Plus, I just really like homeschooling. I've always, when I was a kid, I would make my brother and sister sit down and play school with me, and they'd run off, and later I'd be like, "Did you finish your homework?" Like, no, we were playing. We were playing school. It's like, but I was kind of serious about it.
Yeah.
So I've always really liked planning out and teaching things and learning things, because I learn, I think, just as much as they do. That's true, Tammy.
That is true.
I've been planning our homeschool for next year already.
Yep.
Trying to figure out what we're going to do, and because Ethan's getting, I mean, he's going to be in 8th grade this year, so that's like a whole other step up from what we're used to, and moving on to different things and trying to figure all that out. It's kind of bittersweet, but it's going to be fun. I think he's going to really enjoy next year.
Yeah.
I'm going to down this whole thing.
Well, it's hot. It's warm out here. We're right at an hour, but we're right before an hour right now. So.
Yeah. Second's a fun time because it's still a lot of like games and fun learning, but there's starting to be that more serious stuff of like history and science and things. I always liked, and I do like elementary school type, those grades. That's always fun. And then them learning how to read. Judah's starting to learn or getting into learning to read and stuff like that, and that's fun. Seeing them kind of bloom in that area. All of our kids, well, the 3 oldest are really avid readers, and I always read to them. Like almost every night I read chapter books, and Judah really likes that too, but now he's starting to want to get into learning to read on his own, so that's fun.
And he's been wanting to do that through the summer, actually.
Yeah, he wasn't, I mean, he's a very stubborn child, and this year was really rough on getting him to try to do that, so I just kind of backed off, but the summer he's really wanted to get back into it and do school, even on days when he knows that he knows this is summer and we're not doing school, but he's been wanting to do it, so we've been kind of working together with that. And he's really kind of starting to come into his own on that. It's really neat to see.
Well, I think that's one of the other things that I will say about homeschooling. It gives you the option to, if we wanted to go ahead and give the kids the month of June off, but we had a vacation planned in October and we wanted to just start in July, we could. We could do that or something like that to make that up. So that is another thing for that homeschooling kind of offers you.
A lot of flexibility.
A lot of flexibility.
In a lot of different areas too. Yep. Amanda, or I'm Irani. How many days do we invest in homeschool, or how many hours a day? It just depends on the day. Last year we tried to focus on like one subject a day and then get all of that subject done for the week. And so that was a few hours, and then, or if we do it like a couple subjects a day, it really depends on the day and on what our schedule's like.
I'd say on average you're at 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah, and that's with like the kids doing their independent reading and stuff like that too. I mean, when we take breaks, we don't just sit down and do it the long stretch all together, because there's the baby and there's lunch and chores and stuff like that.
Normally I don't get home till 6, but normally, very rarely are they still doing any kind of school. They've been done for a little while by the time I get home. So.
And this year we're gonna try to structure some things differently, and Ethan's gonna be a lot of more independent work, and so that's gonna be a different kind of thing that we're gonna do.
Yep.
Thanks, Farm Alarm. That would have been awesome.
Watch out
to
for
have
sinkholes. I'll
a
keep
mom
my
as
eyes
a
open.
Librarian. That would have been really fun. I feel like we have a good sized library here. We have a lot of books. A lot of chapter books, a lot of school type books that they look at all the time.
Yeah, we've got so many books. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, we probably need to get some more bookshelves.
Probably right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to get off here. We're going to wrap it up for the night. It did go fast. It seemed to go really fast.
Some of our favorite books. Hold on, I'll answer that.
Yep.
Anything, well, for me personally, anything to do with history. I love reading to the kids. We read the Harry Potter series. We read like the Boxcar Children that we talked about earlier. Little House books, but there's so many books that we've read. They really like adventure books and mystery kind of books, and I don't know. I mean, off the top of my head, I can't even probably tell you the names of them. We just finished one that was called Last in a Long Line of Rebels, and it was so good. We finished it in like 2 days because it was just really, really good. Yeah. And it's a fictional book, but it's about like Civil War stuff, and it was a good book.
I normally try to pick one historical subject a year, and try to read a couple books on it. So last year it was Lewis and Clark. This year, I don't remember what I'm reading about, honestly. I haven't read a book on it yet, but come wintertime, that's normally when I do a lot of my reading. So last year I read I guess a book on Lewis and Clark, and that was really, really interesting. Very educational.
Yeah. Any landmark books? They're kind of older. I think some of them are new printings, but the old landmark books on history, figures, or time periods, those are really interesting. Those are what they call living books in the homeschool community. We really like those. Okay, one more question. How do you find time with each child for one-on-one time? I don't structure that at all. I mean, I just let it happen. Jep is around all the time, so like if I'm cooking, he'll sit with me on the counter and help me. Or, and Charlotte is a lot of like, just us hanging out in her room sometimes, you know, throughout the day, or the kids they'll come and sit next to me when I'm reading or working on something on the couch. They'll just come and sit next to me and snuggle for a while. And I mean, all of them do that, even Ethan, and he's 13. But so it's not really structured or anything. It just kind of happens naturally during the day. But we're always together, so I mean, there's always lots of opportunities for us to do that.
Good deal, Chris. Glad you made it home.
It is tough with the baby to find that one-on-one time with your other kids, but it'll happen. And a lot of times, you know, when I'm sitting down with the baby or something, someone will come up and just hang out with me and talk or something. It's nice.
That is one thing about living out here. We always have something going on, so there's always a certain portion of them being entertained or doing something.
Yeah, and if I'm outside, Judah or Caden, if I'm in the garden, they'll come out and help me. They liked being in the garden. Yeah, unschooling is really cool too. I think a lot of sometimes what we do out here that's not. I mean, I know unschooling is like unstructured learning, which is I think a lot of what we do out here. Not on purpose, even, it just happens. And I think that's probably any homeschoolers have a good portion of that in their lives.
Yeah, there's always some of that, I think, worked in. So.
All right, well, we better get off.
All right. Yes, Chris, it was very nice to meet you today as well.
Chris came and picked up our quail today.
So she's going to be in one of our videos here in the near future.
Yep.
We would like to thank Keto Country Homestead for modding tonight. We really do appreciate that.
And congratulations, Carrie Ann, on winning our giveaway.
Yes. And we will see you guys soon.
Yep.
All
Thanks for coming by.
See ya. Oh, I gotta get up here and go like this.